Hey, it's me, Big P, and I wanted to go over the current state on day 2, 3 of there's a Trial of the Ancestors, the Exsanguinate Inquisitor. We're right there at the end. I just killed the Syrian Exarch, so I'm going to do the last corrupted tier 16 map that I also need for completion. And then after, I'm going to kill the Eater of Worlds. I'm just going to mouse over my gear. Did end up getting that Heat Shiver. I think I overpaid for it. I paid like almost 90 chaos, and now it's down to like 60 or 70, but you know, prices can fluctuate. Still the same core pieces, really. Did a little bit better on the flasks, and kind of upgrade my Bootstarred Rolling Currency on it. And still on a 5 link, I did swap over to, this isn't fantastic, but I need the Dex at this point. And now that I'm crit, Gift Storm above is okay, not really necessary, and not really that strong. We're gonna get probably a Circle of Guilt and a couple other things. Need the 6 link still, and yeah, a lot of room to improve. Wand is actually pretty good. It does have like tier 1 multi huge fire damage roll, perfect spell damage, implicit, like a lot of good stuff. So might actually be being carried a lot more by this than I realized, as well as a level 28 gem I got on my first corrupt. You don't need the skill effect duration from the quality. This is why it's kind of good as a league starter. And yeah, this is, I think it has like less aura effect on this one. It's gonna be a little scary. Not to mention that we're kind of scaling, we're doing Wandering Path Tree with all the map modifier effects kind of juiced up. We'll see if we can sustain the Righteous Fire on this one, but I think it should be okay. Sometimes Righteous Fire, when you're like Petrified Blood, it's a little scary, but the channel, how bad can it be? Kind of a good layout for us. And we are proccing Metamorphs now. I'm kind of getting into farming it just because it's like a sort of build that weirdly is very good at farming it. My cat's up here now. Hi, kitty. Kind of just do a little one-hand action here, I guess, while I'm petting my cat. Still running Purity of Elements to get around the, whatchamacallit, ailments. Going to need to figure that out. But this is probably a build that I'm going to dump a lot of money into. I might do like Storm Shroud stuff, especially if I can fit Tempest Shield in. Yeah, we're looking to get determination in the build, because now that we're in red maps, especially some of the, you know, bigger physical hits, we're gonna need that Fizz taken as elemental on the oh, relax, dude, come on. On the thing. You're gonna knock my water bottle over too. That's fine. That's just bumping the mic. My goodness. So yeah, mapping is still pretty smooth if you know how to play it. You know, it's a little stutter steppy, of course, but totally fine. That's certainly considering that this is really more of a bosser. I will say I do want to kind of swap over to Flame Dash now that I'm going to be getting into some bossing content. I might start doing like Maven carries for Watchstones or something like that, just a way to make some decent money. And I'll go over my Atlas tree actually after I've gone over the build itself a bit too, but I just wanted to complete this stuff on a video just to show off what's going on. It's been pretty great at the whatchamacallit too. Come on, dude. My little kitty is the build is simple enough that you can pet your cat and still win the day. This one might be a little tricky if the Soul Eater guy does give us some shit and we stand in this. Please don't attack the wires, young lady. So the coverage can't, I mean, if stuff is like kiting you and chasing you like super fast, it's kind of difficult to get damage down. Although if you're holding on left click while you throw them out, they'll kind of detonate like on the way to their location. What do you want, man? I know. Come on, dude, I'm trying to do a video. I know. I don't remember really the channel music. Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna blink that on my kitty. Come on, buddy. I really don't want to. So we have started taking deaths like that if you're, you know, not careful, just because we don't really have good. The recovery is good, but it's only up to a certain point. You know, Inquisitor just kind of gets away with a lot of bullshit by virtue of being Inquisitor, and now my cat is literally jumping on my keyboard. Give me a sec, I'm gonna kick her out. Sorry about that. She almost knocked my monitor off my desk too. She just wanted some scratches. Oh, where was I? Yeah, deaths. We needed whatchamacallit now? Termination. And probably some better item base types as well. Not really the ideal ones. Armor, yes, is good, generally speaking. But yeah, like if you get like if the magic mob pack you have run has some either damage reduction or extra damage, it is possible to kind of shotgun you down. As you can see, running the wandering path with the map nodes, pretty fantastic for early game progression. I only had to buy one map, and I only bought it because it was dunes, and I wanted it on my map sooner rather than later. On my atlas, rather. And the rest of this, I will just, I'm going to pop a portal down here just in case. I don't want to backtrack again. Already going to be kind of a long video. Definitely good for Atlas Sustain. I'm not really sure exactly. I'm just temporarily farming Metamorph right now on this one. We will do the Metamorph at the end, just to kind of showcase T16 single target damage, which can be quite good. Sure. Nothing down here. Nothing much really to say, I guess. I don't know what, looking forward, I think crafting a really good weapon, trying to get maybe a Prism Guardian and a really good necklace is going to be some of the places we can dump currency. As well as the movement speed cluster jewels, the medium cluster jewels for trap and mine damage. Some other stuff too. Okay, this is a ghosted one. Could be interesting. Okay, that's a phase. Okay, I took that up there. That was kind of dumb. Again, not a very tanky build. Definitely leans more into damage, and I can't remember exactly what the whatchamacallits were, the map modifiers, but I think it was a lot of life and a bit of like extra damage as fire, which we actually should be okay with, generally speaking. But there we go. There's a screaming invitation. Oh my god. Okay, now let's do the Metamorph. Not really gonna look. Spell resistant. Really don't want to do that one. Might take a couple deaths here. I think I'm still gonna get to 100 with Legion 5 ways, if that's still a thing. Okay, that was really dumb. I wanted to see how I could tank it, but then it started doing the other thing while the other thing was running. It's a pretty bad showcase so far, but you know, still wanted to show off what it's at. Here still is pretty crap, so. Alright. So maybe farming the Metamorphs in the red maps is really going to be the hottest idea, especially kind of the corrupted ones that I'm doing for completion. Little creepy. Yeah, okay. It could just kind of pull that out, whatever. We're doing all the portals on this one. I don't really mind, because I'm going to be playing the build a lot. Let's see. No, okay, yeah. So I think we're probably gonna have to do some of the other Metamorph shit. Let's just do the boss then, right here. That's pretty bad. But you know, I'd rather show it off and be more realistic about, you know, hey, maybe it's a bad idea to take this sort of stuff. This should at least be a little better. Can I just take these? Probably gonna switch over to Flame Dash now that I'm doing some content like this. Damage is pretty solid. See here, yeah. For quest eater, much better. See, so when it can get in there and start doing the damage, that's much better. And that's kind of the end of the end game for me, or rather, you know, getting set up proper, you know, for what we're gonna do, which right now we'll probably just be building up a map pool with Wandering Path and Stream of Consciousness. And yeah, I'm gonna stream for a bit right after this. Still on a 5 link, still got a lot in terms of investment that we could do to kind of bring it all together, like flasks for consistency and, you know, dealing with ailments. I do feel like putting some money into the build, so this is very much just the floor of what we're gonna do for midday Sunday. 2 watchstones on my own, where I think I certainly can defeat Maven and get my Uber Elder one on my own as well. I think we're going to maybe try and work on that on stream, as well as try a couple different farming strats. I'll leave the POV for this one, but I think maybe by the start of next week, sometime in the middle of next week, I'll drop a full build guide on how to do it from the ground up. Although, again, I kind of leveled with just standard rolling Magma Templar stuff, and then went into this as soon as I could get Crim Sorrow. And definitely Heat Shiver. Rise of the Phoenix is kind of okay if you want to go into low life sort of early. Righteous Fire, Sustain, and things like that. It's pretty good. But yeah, other than that, just another league. Pretty solid league starter. Maybe I will actually do a quick thing of the league mechanic just to show off how it can get into that. I've been having some pretty solid success with it, although I will say, unfortunately, it seems like the kind of league mechanic that you might want to wait a couple of patches for them to tweak it. Again, it doesn't really matter in the end because we're gonna have whatchamacallit, you know, you can just stack kind of the currency. Each one costs a play. I want 7 fusing. Let's do this. Didn't really buy anything, but that's okay. I don't think that's gonna be necessary. It's because the way I kind of do it is you just kind of run in there and bop them. Just kind of focus on DPSing as much as you can while your friends push stuff. Kind of run there, then you can kind of do some disruption over here, and then you can like bait some stuff. I don't know if this is really the correct way to play. Okay, I didn't let go early enough. It definitely is a little clunky, and as we get into the higher ranks, certainly don't really want to start taking those hits. Don't want to get that 4-second stun. It's pretty rough. I think generally speaking the build is well set for it, just because it has chill and an insane amount of single target damage, which is, this league mechanic is pretty much a DPS check. I'm gonna say there's not really much in terms of strategic movement that will you know, kind of work too well. Not to mention that if you have a chain of mines going, you can be channeling while damaging, so it's pretty nice. And just slowly break them down, you know, piece by piece. I'd say the worst thing you can do is try and force channeling when it's unsafe, when you know it's unsafe. A really good way to just get stunned, and then depending on how tanky you are, the stun will probably end up, if I'm okay middly, I'd say at about average tankiness. I don't really know what my effective hit pool is right now, but you know, let's see. You just don't really want to get stunned if you don't have to. There we go. See, we're pushing them. And then we have multiple people channeling. And is he gonna spawn one more time just to make me look bad? Oh, that's the way. So again, I might wait a bit before you like really get into super duper grinding on this one, just because it does seem like a little underwhelming. But it's a lot of fun. Seems like a kind of cool mechanic to play around with. So I like the ones that you can kind of stack up a bunch of the currency for and then run a bunch in a sequence. So yeah, stay tuned for this. There's a lot of guides on it, but like I think it's honestly gonna be like one of the league mechanics where some builds are just absolutely terrible at it. Some builds are way better. I think my build is kind of on the way better side. So if you're looking to run this, I mean, you can get this set up pretty cheap. I mean, I would say really all you need is a 6 link and the gem, as high a level as you can get it. We're going to build into that and keep going. And then, yeah, stay tuned. Content will probably slow down a bit because there's a lot of other games coming out. And I might just be copying somebody's like MF build. It's not going to be that interesting, but I might still do sort of an overview of Magic Find for single player, for solo play, and then beyond that, we'll still be dumping as much of the money we make from that into a build like this, just to see where the ceiling is. I think there's a lot of stuff you can do, and I want to do it. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know how your build's holding up in the trial of the ancestors, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.